Yes, there we go.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. So we just started recording. We've all introduced ourselves to one another. I'm Hannah, Lisa, Holly. So I live in Indiana, Lisa lives in Oklahoma, and you live in California. So we're all in different time zones, which is going to show to be difficult and hopefully not too difficult.
Yeah, I rearranged like my schedule so everything I do is in the morning rather than at night. And when I work, it's Sundays. For now, it's Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'll have a little more time on my hands to work with.
Okay. What do you do?
Right now, I'm working for like a market because I'm trying to find a better job. It's just that I needed money for the time being. So
Right. Yeah, I'm recently moving out there. Yeah, so
yeah.
I was telling Lisa, so right now it's 6:40 here, which I said that's fine, it's not a problem, but like I wake up for work at 3:30 in the morning.
Ooh.
So doing meetings, even if we don't get done until like 9 o'clock, that's not a big deal. I just can't do a meeting until like midnight during the week because I just would never make it to work the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Do you want to try to find a better time in the morning on Tuesday or mid-afternoon on Tuesday? Would that work for all of us?
This time works for me perfectly. If it works for you guys.
Yeah, I rearranged my schedule so this time would work out too.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I can manage this. Because I work Monday through Friday. I work from 5 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So this time is actually great, and Tuesdays work out well too. That way I can make sure that even if I have a little bit left to do on Wednesday, I'm for the most part caught up on everything, so I can submit it on time.
Okay, cool.
So I know that this group we are supposed to be going over. Sorry, I'm looking at our dashboard.
Yeah, me too.
I'm listening to you as well.
I was looking at the Word document that that you download, and try to understand the assignment better because I roughly read over it yesterday, and I've been so busy today I haven't had a chance to actually reread over it.
No, you're fine. This one it looks like what we're doing. Sorry, I'm just double checking before I say anything. It looks like we just go through the topics, pick a leader for each topic. It says develop your schedule, complete group worksheet. So that's pretty much what we're doing today. So I'm glad we got the Zoom thing figured out. Because obviously that's something we're gonna have to do every single week. So let's see. So it says there's going to be 6 group meetings. Each member is required to lead at least once. So if there's 6 meetings, we can each do twice.
Right. It says each session should include a group leader who will lead for 2 hours, and the other members are to participate fully as active group members.
Yes. Yeah, and that's another thing that I'd said is I just want to get clarification about what exactly she wants us to do during those 2 hours. So I'm going to send her an email and try to have a phone call with her over the weekend. Just because 2 hours for one is kind of a long time to discuss one topic, and I know that at times we'll drift off and go into another one, but for the most part we need to stay on topic. So I just kind of want to go over what her expectations are, so that way we don't do our first assignment and I get an F.
Yeah.
And it looks like each week there's a lot of study materials that go along with it. I looked into week 2 already, just to see what she has for the materials for us to utilize. So, and then I'm sure the book will have a lot of stuff on it, which I haven't looked forward in the book yet to see how the chapters align with our topics for group. Did either of you look into that?
I think it's going to be the different theories and how we can use the orientations in group. I think it's all going to sync up because I noticed that this week is CBT and that we haven't gotten to that part in the book yet, but I think that's going to be the next thing we start will be that orientation.
Yeah, as far as reading in the book, the furthest I got into was like, what makes a good leader, what not to do, all of that stuff. Yeah. It was like into chapter 2. I haven't even gotten to 3 yet.
Yeah, I've gotten to 2 and I've looked into 3 a little bit. So it looks like chapter 4 is like early stages in development of a group, later stages, and then psychoanalytic approaches. Okay. So I guess each week we kind of use like the different theories that we're going to be learning and apply those to like the group topic of the week. Is that?
I think that's what we're doing, but I'm unsure.
Okay. I'll talk to her. I'll definitely reach out to her to get clarification.
I think Maria, we all have a different orientation.
Can you say that again? Mm-hmm. You broke up.
We're gonna set this. Oh, yeah.
You're good now.
You hear me?
No.
Nope.
Unit.
Hold on.
Like, are you driving? No. That's like how it is up here in the mountain. Is like every phone call is the same. It's like
really.
There's hardly any reception in between your house and wherever you're going.
Wow. Okay. So I guess what we can do now is go over the topics and schedule who wants to do each one. So we said Tuesdays is what we're going to work with, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks, the first part, do you guys have that worksheet open right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like the first one would be the 29th then.
Right.
I'm just filling it out because we have to plan group. Okay, so they just do. Yes.
Yeah.
And do you want to just go in order, like the stress, getting older, dealing with conflict, organization? I mean, obviously saying goodbye would be last.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Okay. Sure, might as well.
And so for this assignment, we're just kind of setting up how we're going to go about it starting next. It's not we're not trying now.
No.
We're just scheduling.
Yeah, so if you guys want that first topic next Tuesday, I can lead it. Since I'm gonna reach out to her and figure it out what exactly like we're supposed to be doing. If you guys are okay with that.
Yeah. Totally that sounds great.
Okay. Can't guarantee how good it's gonna be because it'll be our first one, but I will do my best.
It'll be great.
So then
I'm to do the second one, or our second session.
And that'd be the 5th.
Yeah. And I don't mind the third one. That honestly, I've had a lot of conflict in my life and had to figure out how to, handle that.
Awesome.
I couldn't teach anything on organization because I'm terrible about organizing anything.
I'm not organized either.
I can do we can just go in order if you guys want to.
It sounds perfect.
So it looks like 10:29, 11:05, and then 11:12.
I'm just writing our names by the topics we're going to do each week. So I don't forget.
Cool.
Right. Yeah, sorry, I'm just getting this sheet filled out ahead of time. So this is like, we have to turn this sheet into her.
Okay.
So it looks like the next one would be the 19th, and that would be organization. I try to stay organized, but I'm not the best at it, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm just, like I have organized piles of mess. Don't mess with them
Right.
because that's where I know my stuff.
Right.
But other than that, no. What else are we supposed to fill out on this? It says I guess, for week 1, we're just all members. We just like what present? I don't know.
Do we have to I don't think we have to submit that form for week 1.
Oh, okay.
Are you talking about like the evaluation thing? The
Maybe.
CLC group session submission form?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it under week 1, so I don't think that that's something we have to turn in this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do have to turn in this week though that whatever the group requirement signature form.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the other paper, because it said something about turning it in, but not to Lopes, right? It has to be academic or whatever. It's where it says group scheduling worksheet. Do we turn in that paper, or we like write out our own like Word document?
So,
I think we fill it out and turn it in.
Yeah, I'm filling it out actually right now as we're speaking.
Right. Because we're just plugging ourselves into these slots.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Oh,
then
I see.
her.
Oh, there's like a topic button. I had it like hyphened right next to each one. So week 2, then we'll put planned group meeting date, which, yeah, that sucks. I got to look at the calendar now.
Oh, I can tell you what they are.
Okay. So week 2 or topic 2?
Yep. So the date is 10/29, and the topic is stress of being a student.
Okay. And then for facilitator, that's where we put the leader's name, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then I'll be doing the first one.
What's your last name?
Ewing, Ewing.
Ewing?
Yep.
Okay. And
then the second one, the date will be 11/5.
And we got getting older.
Yep.
Huh. Lisa, what's your last name?
Landry, Landry.
Okay. My last name is Beckwith, and it literally sounds like the way you'd spell it. Beckwith. Okay, and the next one?
That one is on 11/12, and that's dealing with conflict, and that's you.
Yeah. And oh, I see what happened. I was like, where did topic 7 go? Went one down. Okay, and then 11 for topic 5, 11.
19.
I was going to say 20, but oops.
It's all right. And that's Organization 101. A little worried about that.
Oh. And then 11.
26. I'm glad it doesn't fall on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, seriously.
I just noticed that.
Healthy exercise. And then, okay, the last one
is
Twelve.
12-3.
12-3. Okay. That topic 7's me, the goodbye, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And then the next thing we have to discuss is the group roles and expectations.
Yes. So, trying to think. So we need 5 of them. I know, like, I think one rule should be just kind of like respecting everyone's like viewpoints, not making anyone feel, I don't want to say stupid, but you know what I'm trying to say.
It's not invalidating what they're saying.
Perfect. Yeah. I think that should definitely be one of ours.
And then one that I was like, because I do like peer support specialist before, before I moved to California, one of the biggest group rules we had was respecting each other's confidentiality. What stays in the group, what's said in the group stays in the group.
Yep. Yeah, I like both of those. On the bright side, I don't think you guys know anybody in Fort Wayne, but
Right.
it's something that pretty much any group you ever are facilitating, it's going to be confidentiality is something that should be talked about.
Yeah.
And then not don't invalidate anyone's opinion, because there might be things that we disagree on, and that's okay. It's okay to have different opinions on certain topics, but you shouldn't make anybody feel wrong for it.
Right.
See. I'm trying to think if we could.
Can we have a rule, like if we have to move one of our sessions, 24-hour notice?
Yeah. Are you okay with that, Holly?
Yeah. Yeah, on the 24-hour notice, I'm usually pretty good about. I just, things like I run late tend to happen.
Yeah, I don't foresee me having to reschedule any of these times, but hopefully nothing comes up to where I have to do that. So, because this time does seem to work perfectly for me, but things happen that you don't prepare for. So.
Yep, that's kind of been the story of my life lately.
Yeah. Maybe another one should be. Sorry, I'm just looking at something really quick. So I'm looking at the stuff that we already had to sign off on, because I don't know if we want to include any of those things in our rules.
Right. Oh, okay, that's not where. Let's see. Hey, is there like a paper for the peer review, self-review reflection sheet? Because I haven't seen that one.
That doesn't start until week 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like this week all we have is the worksheet we're doing now, and then the requirement signature form.
Right. Okay.
And that's what I'm looking at right now. So like obviously it says like don't be impaired while you're doing group.
Oh, we can't have a party while we're doing this?
No parties. Yeah, I know. Group.
What's the CLC group submission form again?
That is, so what that looks like, the facilitator is going to be the one who sends that in.
Right.
It looks like I'm going to do it on week 2, and it looks like all I do is fill out that top portion, and then I just submit it to her for her to evaluate.
Okay.
I want to open it and double check, but
I don't think I actually have that form.
So that doesn't start until week 2. So if you open up week 2,
Okay.
and you'll see it on there. Yeah. So it looks like we just fill out that top thing and send it to her. So record the meeting. Okay.
I kind of think it might be an important rule to throw out there, just that, that, the leader's responsible, that, I mean, I know it's covered, but, if anything comes up, like computer wise, like we're all communicated with.
Mm-hmm.
So we can try to figure it out.
The facilitator is responsible for communicating any like technological issues.
Right.
I like that.
And then it looks like just one more. I think we should have maybe some kind of guideline about should a topic become triggering for somebody. I'm looking at the topics and I don't foresee that happening, but like maybe like the dealing with conflict one could potentially be something.
Right.
So like maybe just being like respectful of how others are recepting the information, or I'm trying to think how to word this.
Like, in other words, like, the group members are responsible for respecting, a trigger of another member.
Yeah. Or respecting. So I'm going to write like the group members are responsible for respecting potential triggers that could affect other group members.
Oh, that's great. I like that wording.
Okay, so I think that's all that we needed for this. However, so the only other thing that I'm a little worried about is when we finish this recording, do you save it to the computer or the cloud?
Cloud.
Okay. I was saving it to my computer the last time, and that's why I was having so much difficulty.
Yeah, I did that too. It was like 3 classes ago, and they were like, nope, sorry, you don't have a link for it. And she couldn't access it or anything either. And it was like too late. By the time the recording was done, I couldn't like get it to upload to the cloud. I couldn't anything. So yeah, it was a pain.
So once it's saved to the cloud, what do you do then?
There's on the internet browser for Zoom. Mm-hmm. You log in and it'll have like a section where I forget exactly which drop down it is, but it'll say like my recordings to the cloud. And the one that you want to access is to the cloud. That'll have like where the video link is saved. So she can just click on the link and then view it.
Okay. That sounds easier than I thought it was going to be. What was I going to ask? Do we have to submit this one?
I don't know. I didn't see anywhere specifically it said that, but I kind of feel like she might want it anyway.
I'm going to send it just to be safe.
Yeah, me too.
She can always just watch it if she doesn't need to.
Right.
So are you just gonna like attach the link like on that group scheduling worksheet or something?
I
Yeah.
think that's, yeah. That's a
Okay.
good idea.
I'll go ahead and do that as well then. So I know one like concern I have is just with groups being 2 hours. Do you guys feel like that's a long time?
I do. I feel like
Yeah.
typical groups are like an hour long, so 2 hours seems like a lot.
Yeah. And I've
Especially for a
taught,
facilitator.
yeah, and I've taught 2-hour groups before, but we, like I was telling Lisa, we had like a set curriculum to go through, and we included breaks in that. I know one thing that, because I do substance abuse counseling, so whenever we do groups, I typically like to start with like mindfulness, like any kind of mindfulness exercise, whether it be like breathing exercises or like some kind of like worksheet just to kind of get all the outside distractions gone and then like get you in the zone for whatever's doing. I don't know if that's something you guys would want to interpret into this. It's totally up to you. If not, I can just do it before I hop on here, but
Actually, I like that idea.
yeah, it usually tends to work, especially when I'm doing substance abuse groups, because they, we all have distractions in our life and we're all busy. So just kind of clearing your head and getting you where you need to be for the group.
Yeah.
And what I can do is I can look at different things or get different ideas and just kind of send them to you guys and see what you think. And then we can even go from there and like do a different type of one at the beginning of each group.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't we just? That sounds like a great idea, especially because the techniques are important, right? For these groups, and there's only 3 of us, so it seems like, in theory, there's going to be lag time.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have organic breaks anyway because we run out of time. We only have 40 minutes in these sessions, and then the Zoom meeting ends. So we're going to have to take a quick break and come back, unless we have space.
Oh, yeah, I just saw that thing that you just sent. So
yeah,
it's still recording, right?
I think
mine's still recording.
Yeah, but I'm unsure if it's going to record all of it or if it's just giving me the prompt that it's recording, and then when I go back, it won't be part of the link. I don't know what's going to happen.
We'll just play it. That's a question that I'll bring up then when I talk to her.
Yeah.
So I think other than that, we've gotten everything figured out that we're supposed to. The only other thing is, like I said, I'll send her an email and try to reach out to her this weekend. And then I have both of your phone numbers. I can just like set us up in a group chat if that works for you guys.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'll go ahead and do that right now, and then that way we can stay in better communication, because I know I have both of yours, but I don't know if you guys have each other's. So
nope.
yeah, so that I'll just attach both of you to one, and that way we can go from there. So
perfect.
Other than that, I would say next Tuesday we can just go ahead from there. I know if like we planned on 3:30 your time, Holly, but if that was a little tricky, we can I don't mind stretching it out to like 4 your time.
No, it'll be okay next week because I changed the meeting I have in Big Bear to 11:30 instead, so that way there's no more like, I'm going to be late or the mountain's in the way or anything like that.
Okay. So does 3:30 your time work then?
Yeah.
Okay. And does 5:30 your time work?
Yep, totally.
And 6:30 my time works. Cool. So I think that is all we needed to do today.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna go ahead and save this, and if I get confused, I'll just shoot one of you guys a text.
Okay.
All right. It was nice meeting both of you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
You guys have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.